Ladies and gentlemen, as Thomas Paine would say, it is impossible to comprehend the moral mischief, if I may so express it, that mental lying has produced in our society. When a man has so far corrupted and prostituted the chastity of his mind as to subscribe his professional beliefs to things he does not believe, he has prepared himself the commission for a lot more Alaska air. That was by Thomas Paine, but I added Alaska air to it. My name is Daryl Guberman. I am the CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut. In 2009, when David Calhoun sat on the board of Boeing, and he was one of the ones that could vote on either a pay raise or a golden parachute or whatever it was with Dennis Muhlenberg, who under his leadership, 346 people got killed in the Malaysian Air and also Ethiopian Air and all the rest of that mess. And they had problems with the 737 MAX and other things that came up along the way. This video is about FAA increasing oversight of Boeing production and manufacturing of FAA regulator Boeing. So they gave authorization to Boeing as an FAA regulator. So let me tell you, regulator FAA gives Boeing authority as if they're a regulator. So how can we have reliability in the outcome of what is going to go on here? We have a little snippet from David Calhoun, okay? And you'll find the entire video, as I said, down below, the very first video in the description. But I want you to listen to what David Calhoun says about his regulator. He's a regulator. Before I do that, let me just show it to you because, so that this way you understand. This is in 2009, was in AV Web. FAA grants Boeing more autonomy on certification. Listen to the first sentence. The FAA increased the authority of Boeing's commercial airlines division to self-certify its own aircraft. Doesn't that sound like the FAA gave them regulatory approval? So how can they go back? Listen to what Mr. Calhoun says, okay? Mr. Calhoun, I think, to tell you the truth, in the quality arena in Boeing, I can clean up that mess within 6 to 12 months with my team. I even, in fact, submitted it to this guy's staff, 6 people at Boeing. And I don't know whether spam got a hold of it. I think they've looked at it. I've sent them my bio statement. And here it is. And here is Mr. Calhoun giving a speech or interview after the Alaska Air fiasco.
To speculate, but I will say this. The work that our regulator, in this case the FAA, has been doing to inspect the situation and create a procedure and a protocol for the airlines to go out and inspect each and every one of the airplanes, 100% of them, and make certain that the work that our regulator, in this case the FAA, has been doing to inspect the situation and create a procedure and a protocol for the airlines to go out and inspect each and every one of the airplanes, 100% of them, and make certain they're in. But I will say this, the work that our regulator, in this case the FAA, has been doing to inspect the situation and create a procedure and a protocol for the airlines to go out and inspect each and every one of the airplanes, 100% of them, and make certain.
I want to show you the connection between ANAB and Boeing. They talk about impartiality all the time. You have them all. You have Joe Bath here talking about voluntary consensus standards, the CEO of ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, who took over complete control over ANAB, the American National Crediting Board in 2018. And you have him talking about the quality of integrity in certification, how great it is for the government, how great it is for business. Ladies and gentlemen, Boeing gave up authority to ANSI ANAP back in 2002. Just send the cert in, our manufacturers, send us your parts, we'll put them on a plane. And then in 2009, I showed you, the FAA gave FAA authority to Boeing. You can't make this shit up. Telephone number again, 203-556-1493, or Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. I thank you. And the reason why I do this, ladies and gentlemen, because I may not know any of you watching my video, but when you, your family, your relatives are on a plane, I give a shit. Does he? Who knows? Or the FAA.